Hello, everyone. Good evening. Welcome to Dubai. Welcome to the United Arab Emirates. Welcome to the World Government Summit. This is a unique opportunity to have more than 19 universities and business schools coming all together in one place to compete in order to shape the future of governments. Before I deep dive into the challenge, my name is Adil Yaqoubi. I'm advisor at the Prime Minister's Office and also the Chief Strategy Officer at Dubai Future Foundation. Leading this exercise, starting 2 years ago, we started with a very small challenge. That back then we had 13 universities. Now we have more than 19. So the World Government Summit is a unique event. We bring policymakers, business leaders, youth, in order to discuss the key issues shaping the future of government. Discussing key issues is one thing, but also to ask the right questions about the future. Our job in the World Government Summit is to make government future ready. This challenge started, as I said, 3 years ago. We had around 100 students coming mainly from Europe and the United States. We challenged them with one question. We said that back then, what's the future of government would look like? So they had 3 days in order to co-design what's that concept in the future of government would look like in terms of functions, modus operandi of government, services, etc. So it's a unique challenge that brings together youth, but also the decision makers of tomorrow. I see in front of me future leaders, whether it's in government or in private sector, and some of you, if not all of you, will have that part of shaping the future of your countries or the globe at large. So we believe that the voice of tomorrow's leader needs to be heard today by policymakers. So that's why we are designing this challenge within the World Government Summit. It's a unique global initiative. Why it's unique? I'm not sure there are any other events bringing 19 universities from 5 continents on the same place competing about the same challenge, to my knowledge. Also, it's designed to bring together the brightest mind in one place. So if you see the common denominator between you guys, we selected the top institutions in each continent: North, South America, Europe, Africa, Middle East, and Asia. It's also a challenge that is embedded in a spirit of teamwork, collaboration, competition, and innovation. So this is in a nutshell what is the challenge. As I said, we started with 13 universities 2 years ago. This is the 3rd cycle. 2018, we had 17 institutions. 2019, we are 19 institutions. So the challenge participant of 2019 edition, we have China European International Business School, Cornell University, Harvard Kennedy School of Government, Imperial College, NKI, INSEAD, IASE, Indian Institute of Management, Lee Kuan Yew School of Public Policy, London Business School, McGill University, the University of Sydney, American University of Cairo, the University of Tokyo, TAC Business School from Dartmouth College, United Arab Emirates University, Oxford University Said Business School, Wharton, and last but not least, Princeton University. These are presented in alphabetical order, so not to offense anyone is coming before the other one. So I know it's kind of a tricky thing. So this is a slide summarizing all participants. So it's a very unique challenge. It's a very unique event as well. So what is the challenge of 2019? So we designed something for you called Restoring Hope in Romania. So the surprise is under your chairs. That's the business case. So What is the challenge about? So Armenia is a fictional state. It's a fictional failed state. After 8 years of civil war, they finally reached an agreement to form a government. Your task or your challenge is you are part of the core reconstruction team tasked by the president of Armenia to restore hope in Armenia and lead the post-conflict country's reconstruction and development. A meeting is set with Armenia Development Fund 1 representative is scheduled in 3 days, which is the third day of the summit. On that day, you will be pitching before a judging panel, and your mandate is to prepare and present a 10-year strategy and development for that country. So we expect you to develop that plan. What's the future of Armenia would look like, and what's that plan in the next 10 years? So in the case, Armenia has succeeded to have a group of donors, and they pledged $100 billion for the reconstruction. So imagine yourself, you are part of that core reconstruction team, and you are reporting to the president directly, and you have this very important meeting to convince the donors that they have made the right choice, and also you have the right vision in order to deploy that fund. So that's the challenge in a nutshell. Judging criteria. So the first one, so we will give you 3 days starting tonight. You brainstorm, you co-create, you develop that plan. The third day, which is the 12th, the third day of the summit, at 8:30, you will be pitching before a judging panel. You have literally 5 minutes to present your plan. So 5 minutes, meaning it's 5 minutes. So there is a buzzer after 5 minutes, and that's it. Next one. You will be a judge on several criteria. The first one is novelty and innovation. To what extent the plan that you are proposing includes innovative ideas, concept in order to shape the future of Armenia. Second thing is comprehensiveness. To what extent that plan is comprehensive in terms of the dimension that needs to be taken into consideration in order to put in place that reconstruction plan. The third element is viability and feasibility. To what extent your plan is feasible. Yes, we want you to dream, we want you to be bold, but also we want you to present a feasible plan. These guys, they pledged $100 billion. So the last thing to hear about is, yeah, we're gonna spend it to go to the moon. Last thing is presentation style, as to what extent the representative of each team has been very clear in communicating the idea and articulate it. So these are the 4 judging criteria. Timeline. So today is February 9th. We started the kickoff from 7:30 at 8 to 8. After this session, you will be all going to the next hall where you're gonna take pictures. I hope you brought with you your uni flags in order to make that moment memorable. After that photo session, you will go to the breakout area, which is outside of this wall. So each university has its dedicated kind of cluster in order to brainstorm, rate the case collectively. We have mics there, but also headsets for silent technology meetings. So not to make the space too noisy. So you can talk to your team through the mic. Everyone can hear you. So that's the brainstorming starting tonight. It ends at 10 p.m. There are shuttle buses to take you back to the hotel. Tomorrow, same hour from 7 to 10. Same, you continue brainstorming. The third day, from 6:30 to 10, that's where you're gonna finalize your presentations. We have a cutoff time by 10 p.m. We need to receive all your presentations by USB or to send this to us by email. we will share with you the email address that you're going to send it to. Day 3, February 12th, that's the challenge day presentations. We will start at 8:30 in DP World Hall. It's not in this area. That's like in the main conference area. You can follow the signage. We will have a big room where we have all the presentation taking place. So we will ask you for each team to nominate by February 11th, 10 p.m. along that email receiving the presentation who is going to be presenting on behalf of the team. Those 19 presenters, they will be locked outside the room, and then we will ask them one by one to come to present before the jury and also the larger audience. Why we did that, we don't want someone who's in the lineup number 5, he picked on an idea of the number 1, and then he will be like smarter than the first one. So to keep it very neutral, and also a fair play. So each presenter will be, all the presenters will be outside the room, and then we're gonna ask them one by one. First edition winners, Harvard Kennedy School. Do we have Harvard with us today? Okay, so that's your team in the first edition. The award was handed over in the big plenary hall in front of 3,500 to 4,000 senior public officials. 2018 is London Business School. Okay. And the winner for 2019 to be announced in 2 days and 18 hours. That's it. In a nutshell, that's the challenge. And if you have any questions, please feel free till 8 o'clock.
Just 2 very small questions. One, is it only one presenter per group?
Yes.
Okay. And can we go back to, I noticed the criteria weren't in here. Are we able to go back to the criteria?
Okay.
Thank you. I just have a quick question on the timeline.
Yep.
Since those dates are a bit different to the ones we got in the arrival kit. So should we follow those dates then?
These are the
preferably?
final ones. The
Okay.
one that you're going to receive by email. Because it was a matter of timing for availability of certain rooms, we adjust them slightly.
Perfect. Thank you.
One be-
What order are the presentations in? As in, will
Pardon?
that, what order are the presentations in? The final presentations? What is the order of the presentation?
The
Who presents?
order is a random one. The same way we did it for the allocation of the cluster. We had the Excel function random, and then we allocated. So please don't come back to us. Yeah, you put me in next to the door or something. So we distributed randomly. Same thing for the presentations. Please.
Oh, sorry.
Oh,
I'll
sorry.
ask first. Do we only have access to the space during these times?
Yes. Because before those times, we have other activities going on. But feel free, guys, you can work from other places. But this is where you can convene at in the evening. Also, food is served in order to, finalize the presentations and also to do the brainstorming in day 2.
Shall we assume that the $100 billion is for all 10 years? And is it
No, that's a
okay.
good question. No. So
we
far,
have
if
any
you see,
other
you're going to read
information
the
on
case. The case is, it's a new government has been elected, not elected, formed by technocrats. So because the country has gone through an 8 years of civil war, and finally they convened in Geneva and they signed a peace agreement. So this government, of course, the 100 billion, I'm not sure it's going to be sufficient for the challenges that this country is facing. So it's up to your imagination in order to propose to the jury what's the plan. But before you ask for more money, you need to showcase something like faces or, I don't know, be creative.
Can the whole group attend the presentation? Only one of the presenters?
Only one presenter is presenting, yes.
We can't attend.
No, the other group is attending, yes.
I see.
So the presenter will be outside, the other team members with the faculty, if there is any faculty accompanying the members, the team members, will be inside the room. So after that presenter finishes, he joined the audience. So he's not going to be sent back outside.
Salam alaikum.
Alaikum salam.
May we know the judging panel already, or is it part of
It's
the
going
things
to
we'll
be
find out?
announced on day 3.
Okay, thank you.
But last year we had a C-level judges. We had a former prime minister in the first edition, former prime minister of Estonia. So it's a high-level panel.
In terms of the doubts that we might get as we go through the case, is there an official route of communication in which we should go about? Like, is there a concerned person that we should reach out to in case we have any doubts concerning the data or the information given in the case?
We have our team member. Where is Noof? Noof Al Ali. I'm sure that you heard that name during the emails back and forth. Also, my colleague Sama, she's going to be here. My colleague Yusuf, also they're going to be here. And also Sawa Ahli, she will be with us. So if you have any questions, of course, clarifying questions, okay, not brainstorming questions.
Hi, good evening.
Yeah.
In the arrival kit, it had mentioned that we were going to get a template for the presentation slide deck.
Yes.
When will we get access to that?
We will send you that by Dropbox so you can download it.
Thank you.
Right after, we're going to send you the presentation, the link to download the template for presentations.
Wonderful. Thank you.
By the way, just to let you know, you're not going to impress the jury by how creative are you in doing slides. So, of course, the presentation is okay, but it's the content, the coherence, the consistencies of ideas, and also the innovation in that plan. So, don't spend too much time to over-engineer the slides.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah.
Salam alaikum. Regarding that time, 7 to 9 or 7 to 10,
Yes.
do we have to show up at this time, or could we work from
We
somewhere else?
strongly recommend to show up at this time because you never know, you can cross some very interesting people in that time. Some VIPs also, they are coming to visit. And also you will be asked also to provide your point of view about your participation in the challenge and also to the World Government Summit. So during the day, you are free to attend the agenda in the World Government Summit, plenary halls and the breakout sessions. So it's up to each group to decide what to do during the day, to work the whole day or just to be very efficient and to work on those assigned hours. I can see the difference also in culture. You know, I've been in my old days competing with the people coming from Germany, the Italian, the Spanish, and you see the difference in culture. The Italian is always late, but also they are very creative.
Good evening. Are we able to consult any university faculty or
Sure.
experts?
Yes.
At
That's
any
why
point in-
your faculty member who's with you on the ground, he can give advice, but also you are free to reach out to your colleagues back to your university. You know, we cannot censor internet from you. Okay, so that's it. Good luck and see you in 3 days.